Josh, much of business you get involved and excited with here?
Well, I think we and business for a long time have been saying it's genuinely time to put the economy front and centre of the debate, put it before politics. And if we're honest, there were some good signs in the words in the Queen's speech today that shows that the government is thinking about business being an engine of growth. If we want to invest in public services, if we want to tackle inequality, then getting our economy growing and going is absolutely critical. So that's good. But we now need to turn the words into action. Right. The clock is ticking. Whether it's on domestic or European priorities, we've got to get moving.
Well, quite. I mean, one of the big Brexit-related bills is this customs bill. I mean, what is going to be the CBI's priority? Is it going to be protecting existing trading relationships with countries in the EU, or is it going to be about striking new trade deals elsewhere?
Well, there's no question that the EU is our closest trading partner, both in terms of volume but also in terms of proximity. So making sure that we protect that trading relationship is absolutely critical for so many businesses across the UK. But doing that and finding ways where we can trade with the rest of the world as well is what we want to do.
Now, the big bête noire for business with Theresa May has always been her obsession with bringing down immigration. There wasn't a cap on immigration announced today. Do you take any comfort from that?
Let's see, I think, is the honest answer. We've been very clear that with changing needs in the labour market, with our flexible economy, a strict top-down cap does not reflect what we need. We need to have a much more needs-based approach. We are absolutely ready to work with government to help model that approach, to make sure we understand the impact on individual regions of what a cap or other methods might be. Now's the time to sit round and plan that so that it's fit for purpose.
But does it feel to you as though Philip Hammond is now winning the debate here, and clearly Philip Hammond is far more better disposed to business than the Prime Minister herself appears to be?
I think we have seen signs of the debate shifting. I'm not saying who's winning or who's losing. I think across government and across politicians generally, that idea that we have to focus on business, we have to focus on a deal that supports growth across the UK, it certainly feels like it's coming to the fore. That's something we'd very much encourage.
And what about some of the other measures that were in the manifesto that were seen as being very anti-business? I mean, the energy price cap, for example. The commitment to a cap seems to have gone away, but she was still talking about protection there. Well,
again, we will see what the detail is. There's a long way to go. We don't feel that the cap was an effective market intervention. The CMA did a long study. There are some good recommendations in there. So let's sit down, let's talk it through, and let's find the intervention that genuinely solves the problem for consumers and their bills.
Also conspicuous by its absence. I mean, we got HS2 in there. I didn't see any mention of the third runway at Heathrow today. Do you worry that that's going to vanish into the ether again?
I think we've had strong commitment to that, and we will certainly look to push that forward. But it's time with all these things. We don't want to be talking about a third runway at Heathrow. We want to see planes taking off. We want to get moving.
Yeah, well, I mean, what was it that you liked about this? I mean, the space industries bill seemed quite interesting. I mean, that's a big push for an industry space in which the UK is second only to the US.
Yeah, and some of this does really matter. If you go around the country, whether it's the space industry, whether it's cyber technology in Northern Ireland, whether it's fintech in Scotland or wind power in Hull, there are so many burgeoning industries, and they're our industries of the future. So finding ways to support them, not putting the brakes on and helping them to grow is going to be so important now, but for generations to come.
All right, Josh Hardie from the CBI, it's good to see you. Thanks for joining me.